Hello, this is Wissam Zarqa. I will try to give you some introduction about speaking skills in general and in specific about IELTS exam. Let me share my screen. So, what are the basic things you need when you want to start speaking any language? Here we are speaking about English, but that applies to any language. So first you start learning some single words and simple expressions. You learn about colors, days of the week, months, numbers, names of things, food, and objects around you. So this is something basic. And also some simple expressions, how to say your name, how to say how old you are. It's confusing for many people to say, I am 25 or I am 25 years old. They start saying, my old is, they make it difficult. It's that simple. I am 25 or I'm 25 years old. I'm not 25, by the way, I'm 38, 39 even years old. So these simple expressions, you should have them and single words before you start thinking about improving your skills for IELTS exam, because they ask for something more advanced for sure. The first part, they ask you about understanding and answering short questions. They ask you short questions about job, about family, about everyday activities and such things. You should be able to know how to answer them. What do you do? So you don't just say, I'm a student or I'm a teacher. This is not enough for IELTS exam. You say, I'm a teacher. I work at, for example, this university. I have been teaching for 17 years, something like that. So you don't just answer with single words with yes or no, you give more details. The next task is describing people, places, and experiences. They might ask you about the last trip you had, the most enjoyable experience in your life, describing a subject you liked at school, and such things. So this description is something more sophisticated. In IELTS exam, for this part, they give you the question written, so you can read it, and they read it for you and they give it written, and you have 1 minute to prepare. You can take notes and then to speak for about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. It will be perfect to speak 1.5 minutes, so that will be very good for them. The next step is abstract ideas. They just ask you about things, about ideas, about feelings, about concepts. This is more advanced, in fact. It's not easy to talk about it. And here, you don't read the question, you just listen to it and you have to answer it. So these are the 3 steps that IELTS exam focuses on. The 3, let's say, parts. And each part is about 4 to 5 minutes to talk about, in total about 15 minutes. So they go up in difficulty like this. And for example, when you talk about abstract ideas, they can also ask you about 2 follow-up questions, which means depending on your answer, they ask you some questions, some more questions. Do we have something more difficult than IELTS exam? Sure, we have. For example, we talk about debate, dialogue, and conversation. You know, debate when you have 2 people trying to go to elections, for example, they are competing, they are against each other, or just giving you opposite ideas, whatever, such things. And conversation or dialogue, but usually you don't have it in these exams, not in TOEFL, not in IELTS. Maybe it's more about German language. This is more available there, but we should, if you want to improve your English, you should care about that. I guess on the top of that pyramid, we can talk about public speaking, where you have sometimes to speak for about 15 minutes or half an hour, sometimes an hour, give presentations. Here, your language, you need very sophisticated, already sophisticated language to do that, and you should be really attractive so that people would listen to you all that time. So you need higher skills, let's say. So these are the forms. Luckily, when you go to the IELTS exams, you don't have to deal with these 2 things, really. So you have to deal with understanding, answering short questions, describing people, places, and experiences, and talking about abstract ideas. This is the form, but what you really need to have good speaking skills, first of all, you need rich vocabulary. So if you keep repeating the same words, you will not score high anyway. Talking about vocabulary, you also need strong adjectives, using strong adjectives, not only just saying good, bad, tired, small, big. You need, instead of small, you say tiny, for example. Instead of big, you say enormous. Important, you can say essential. You can say, instead of, for example, bad, you can say terrible. Not just saying good and very good, you can say amazing, wonderful. This is what I mean by strong adjectives. They can add a lot to you. Also using collocations. This word comes with this word. So we say, for example, we don't say food habits, we say eating habits. This is how they usually say it. You describe your eating habits. You talk about such things, okay? You don't say, for example, do shower, you say take a shower. So different kinds of collocations, you should be good at them. You should master them so that you can score high. And if you use proverbs and idioms, that's perfect. Especially here, let's say we talk about public speaking, but also here they would give you poems, let's say, and they are useful. This is talking about vocabulary, but also we should talk about nonverbal communication. So your eye contact, your use of body language, facial expressions, gestures in general, they help a lot. Correct pronunciation. This is something you should master. Always check new words you don't know so that you can improve your pronunciation. But when you talk about pronunciation, it's not only about correct pronunciation. You should also be careful about stress and intonation, not only word level, but also sentence level. The important words in your speech should be stressed, should be said stronger and louder to show that this word is important, and to go up and down in your speaking. There are rules for that, when to go up, when to go down, but it is vital for you to know that speaking like a robot is not accepted. People will get bored, the examiner will say that you don't have a good like master on intonation. So you just try to go up and down, even if it's not that accurate. Just if something is important, say it higher, and that will help you to go up and down anyway. And also here, speaking naturally, what does that mean? Does it mean to speak quickly? Not necessarily. Not too fast, not too slow. Speaking naturally, it's about natural speed, like real life. Sorry, I've been speaking somehow fast because I'm trying to give a summary. That's why, but this is not how everyone should speak. No, just speak naturally, as now I'm trying to speak naturally. And you know what? Using these expressions well, you know what? Don't overuse them. Don't use them too much, but you should use them. You are not reading, you are speaking. So you should have some time to think. You say, in fact, this will give you time to think. This is speaking naturally. For sure, you should have correct grammar. But correct grammar alone is not enough. So what else should we have? We should have varied structures. So don't always use simple present, simple past, and that's it. How about other tenses? Continuous tenses, perfect tenses. How about conditional sentences? How about passive? So using gerund, using infinitive, all of these things will just make you more, let's say, on the right track to achieve mastery in speaking. So this was just a short introduction about how to improve your speaking. I hope it was useful.